Hello, and welcome to Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. If you are not getting the results you are looking for from your digital marketing efforts, this is the podcast for you. And now, here's the host of our show, the local business guy himself, Frank Deming.
Hello, everyone. This is Frank Deming, the local business guy, and welcome to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy Hump Day. Welcome. This is going to be a kick butt episode because, as I promised this year, at every end of the quarter, which today is June 30th, and this is the end of this quarter. And I just want to, the second quarter of 2021, I just want to reiterate that the end of each quarter, the last episode of each quarter, I am going to go over your goals. Remember, we are big time goal-oriented businesses, and we advocate for that. So especially when you're doing digital marketing, you want to look at what you're doing every 90 days. The big mistake that a lot of my clients make, and this is before they met me, of course, is that they would go over their goals like on a weekly basis, because they were very nervous about, spending X amount of money on traffic and not getting results, et cetera, et cetera. This is, of course, before they met me. And I'm like, no, that's not the way you want to go about it, okay? What you want to do is you want to ensure that you're doing it every 90 days, because every 90 days is going to give you a picture and is going to give you a story as to what you are doing correctly, what you're doing incorrectly, and is going to give you a path forward on how to adjust accordingly as to what's going on. So without further ado, before we get to that content, actually, today I just wanted to remind you guys that if you want to be a guest on this show, last week we had an awesome guest. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Tim Fitzpatrick is a great businessman, and I hope you guys take him up on his offer to help you guys evaluate all your situations there. So just a reminder that was a really, really good interview. I really enjoyed meeting him. So if you want to be a guest on our show like Tim was last week, give us a call at 888-416-7752 or send us an email at info@lbmsllc.com, and we could have you on the show. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be from a digital marketing perspective. It could be something that maybe maybe you're a chiropractor and you want to promote your business or whatever. Maybe you're taking on a new initiative in your practice and you just want to talk about it on the show. Anything like that is perfect for us. Give us a call. Another thing I wanted to announce, we do free evaluations of your marketing. We do free evaluations of your digital presence. And we do it in a very robust way. So I want to offer you guys, if you just go to my website, go to lbmsllc.com. When you see the landing page, you're going to see the first banner that comes up. It says, request your personalized online presence. Click on that link, enter your details of your business, and we will give you a personalized online presence review report. So that way you see what is going on in your business as to perhaps maybe you've been doing stuff online and it's just not working. Could be something like that. If it's anything like that, just give us a call, and we would love to help you with that whole thing, because it's very important that you do that. Sometimes online marketing is weird. Sometimes it's has nothing to do with what you're doing. You know, sometimes you're doing great stuff and you're getting leads, but you're not getting any conversions. Sometimes it's just as simple as fix your presence, your online presence, and all of a sudden, all of the leads start coming in. Not only start coming in, all of the leads start converting because your presence is on point. Anyway, so just wanted to do that. Head on over to the website, lbmsllc.com, and click on the link that says online presence, and you'll be on your way to understanding where you are with your online presence. So, on to today's content. Very important, folks. I want you guys to start taking this as a practice every 90 days, okay? I want you guys to review what you've done. So, in November, this is our practice. Every November, we go over and we lay out a plan for the coming year, okay? And every 90 days, we review where we are with the plan. We adjust. We re-implement, etc., etc. We gotta stay focused. I don't care if you're an attorney. I don't care if you're a dentist. I don't care if you're a chiropractor. I don't care if you're a med spa. You own a med spa. I don't care if you own a barbershop. This is a practice that you have to do, and this is what separates you from your competitor. Because I can guarantee you, your competitor's not doing this. And just think about it. So this is what we want to do. So look at all your goals that we set. So probably in November, you had some goals. Probably at the end of March, you probably got rid of some of those goals, okay? Because maybe they didn't hit you. The results weren't as what you thought they were going to be, so you threw those away and you adjusted, you pivoted, whatever you had to do. But I want to know where you are now. So look at where you are now. So let's just say you created some new things as a result of what happened in the first quarter. Where are those in conjunction to where you thought you would be? So as an example, let's just say at the end of the third quarter, at the end of the first quarter, back in March 31st, you decided, okay, based on these numbers, I want to implement email marketing now because I notice that I'm getting leads from online marketing efforts. However, those leads aren't converting. So then you decided, okay, I'm going to make an email marketing plan. So now 90 days have passed. Where are you with that? How are you doing it? Have you nailed down the cadence that needs to happen for you to have an ROI, let's say, or for you to have the results you were looking for? So that's important. So what new plans did you implement as a result of the first quarter results? Okay, so that's very important that we do this. Also, anything that stuck from November, when you made a plan in November and it didn't get wiped clean in March and it's still going strong, where are you in relative to where you thought you would be? Are you on point? Now we're halfway through the year, okay? So are you on track to meet your end goal in December? Look at what the stuff that you have not thrown out, or you decided, this is worth continuing, right? Where are you? Are you on track? If you're not on track, it doesn't mean that it's not a good practice. So let me give you an example. If you said in November that you were going to try some pay-per-click marketing, right? Pay-per-click could be a home run off the bat if you're lucky. Not all the times, though. There are times where traffic does not behave the way you thought it would behave. And if you're working with a digital marketing agency, list some questions for them at the end of this quarter. sometime after this, look at your numbers, request a meeting with them, and say, hey, we thought we were going to be here by now, but we're not. What are you doing to make sure that we do reach that at some point? It's a very important thing that you have this conversation with anyone that you're outsourcing digital marketing with, because we're all about the numbers. At least I know I am. I'm all about the numbers. If I know your goals and the numbers are not matching up to where I know you need to be by December, then I'm going to adjust. You wouldn't have to call me because I'm going to adjust automatically, even before the 90 days, to be honest with you. So have that conversation if you haven't already. Where are we, relative to where we need to be to make those numbers? So those are important things that you have to start doing, especially from a digital marketing standpoint. If you've committed to an SEO plan, in November, and now we're in June. Again, a digital marketing agency should have told you, by June you should be here in terms of rankings. Now, again, this is very difficult for me to analyze and determine what we're doing here. However, because I don't know what your plan. I don't know how competitive your niche is. I don't even know where you are. But sometimes that depends. Right, even here in New Jersey, right, there are certain niches that do very well in the northern part of Jersey, but not as well in the southern part of Jersey. So it's very interesting. So again, it's very hard for me to give you the proper guidance unless I know your business very well. But these are just some overarching guidelines that you have to do each quarter. And again, I'm going to go over this every single quarter here in 2021, so that way it just going to serve as a reminder to where you are in your business. Okay, that's all I'm looking for here. So those are the goals that you want to go over with your, either with your staff or your digital marketing agency that works with you, because it's very important that you know where you are. That way you can make some pointed decisions as to if you're going to move forward, or if you're going to maybe scale it back, or if you're going to add some stuff. So let's talk about adding. So let's just say, you reviewed your email marketing, you reviewed your SEO, your pay-per-click, your social media presence, everything is doing well. What more can you do to elevate? What more can you do to completely dominate? Because dominance, folks, if you want to dominate your local area, you have to be omnipresent. So what else is out there for omnipresence? I would advocate adding a text message type of service to what you're doing. Again, it depends on your business, right? There's some businesses that text messaging will work, and there's some businesses that text messaging will not work. It just become an annoyance. So, again, sit down with your digital marketing agency or your staff and say, hey, let's brainstorm. This is what else can we do to become omnipresent? Because the goal is by December, or before actually, is to become omnipresent, unless you already have the money. If you have the money, you should have been omnipresent as of last year. But these are stepping stones to get you there. This is going to get you the money to become omnipresent. So now we're going to implement something like text messaging. What else can we implement? What else? So perhaps you're not doing any lead generation from social media. Maybe you're only doing lead generation from a search perspective. Add lead generation from social media. If you're B2B, if you're a B2B business, consider lead generation from LinkedIn. It's very, very good now. They've changed a lot in their platform. I'm very impressed with it. That's something that you need to consider as well. Okay. So again, this is the second quarter, folks. We're halfway through the year. So these are very important things that you want to do from a digital marketing perspective to catapult yourself the next half of this year, okay? Now, again, as a reminder, just because we're midway through the year and let's say you're not seeing the numbers that you wanted to see by this time. It doesn't mean that you have to abandon stuff. It doesn't mean that something is not working. Digital marketing is one of those things where it's a long game, but you have to look at the numbers to make sure that you are at least in the right direction. If for some reason some of the stuff you're doing is putting you in the opposite direction, that's when you need to abandon. But just because you haven't reached every single goal that you wanted to hit does not mean, and I repeat, and I hate to repeat this ad nauseum, but it's very important because a lot of mistakes that a lot of business owners make is that they abandon stuff too soon. So it does not mean that you have to abandon it. It just means that you have to look at it, make some tweaks, and move forward. So I advocate all the time to become partners with your digital marketing agency, and that's what we do. We are partners with our clients. We want to make sure that we understand exactly what our clients want to achieve. And again, this is something that we implement all the time. We always go with them and we say, hey guys, let's sit down. When do we want to have our quarter review, where we are? And I already have the numbers in front of them. It's not like we're doing it on the fly. I already have the numbers. I said, hey, here's where we were. Here's where we were before. Here's where we are now. Here's what I suggest we go do going forward. And I ask you guys to do the same thing. Okay? I really want you guys to sit down with your agency, ask those tough questions. And if they're a smart agency, they'll love that about you because you're being proactive. So that's all I have for you today. I know it's not a very long episode. I just wanted to remind you that it is, I probably know this already, obviously, that it is the end of the second quarter. And I just wanted to remind you guys that it's very important to go over these things. Not the sexiest thing in the world to do, but it's very important, especially for the long-term success of your business. With that, folks, I'm going to bid farewell to this episode. Next week, we'll be back to giving you awesome content. I have some very good information to share with you next week. So until then, take care and bye for now. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. Don't forget, any links that were mentioned during the broadcast will be available to you in the show notes, so be sure to grab them while you have the chance. Incidentally, if you have any topics that you would like for us to discuss on the show, be sure to send an email to the email provided in the show notes, or click the Contact Us link and let us know what topic you would like us to help you with, and we'll be sure to add it to our schedule. If you would like for Frank and his team to look at your digital marketing presence and give you a free evaluation, simply click the Request a Free Consultation link in the show notes to get a hold of them. That being said, until our next episode, make it a successful digital marketing day. Peace out.